Will the twin flame runner return? Twin flames and free will, what you need to know. Are twin flames meant to be together? Will the twin flame runner return? These are a lot of the questions twin flames often ask around the topic of free will, fate, twin flame destiny, and divine timing. For the divine feminine who knows about the twin flame connection, whilst their divine masculine seem to be completely oblivious, it can be a very confusing time, especially if their twin flame has just left them, or the twin flame gets married or engaged to somebody else. They desperately want to know, will their twin flame runner ever choose them? Today I want to share some insights into free will within a twin flame relationship. It is so easy to doubt the connection when you don't understand how free will works. A very important thing to note is that how you've always thought about free will in the past and how it now applies to you as a twin flame on the twin flame journey is a little bit different. Let me explain. So what is free will? Free will is the choice to be able to choose how you live your life, to make your own choices and decisions and to not be forced or mandated into following someone else's choices for your life, to be able to choose to do something and equally to choose not to do something and then be able to change your mind about the choice. What is divine will? Free will is often countered by the concept of divine will, where things are fated or preordained. Something we all understand as awakening twin flames. Just because we want something to happen now, however, doesn't mean it will. It has to be in alignment with divine timing. Now, free will versus divine will. Many people, and this includes some twin flames, believe that free will and divine will or fate are opposites. That is, that if things are fated, you can't have free will. And also, alternatively, that because you have free will, you can walk away from things that are fated, i.e. your twin flame relationship or your physical twin flame human when things aren't going as planned. Now, it is our ego, our personality, that really likes the idea of free will. But if you've been on this twin flame journey a number of years, hopefully you've woken up to the realization that the spiritual component and connection of your twin flame relationship is just as important as any physical manifestation or physical twin flame union. In case you haven't thought of it this way before, spiritual connection equals divine will. So will the twin flame runner return? Well, what are they paying attention to? Free will or divine will? A twin flame's experience of free will and divine will is different. It's important to know that as a twin flame, your soul is going to ongoingly demand to have a more upfront role in your life. Yes, there's a very good reason your entire life started falling apart not long after meeting your twin flame. It's time for you to create a new soul-led one. Most people follow their ego because they may not be aware of their soul, or they've been taught as a child not to listen to their inner self. What about you? Do you follow your ego or soul? Which could be worded as, do you follow your free will or do you follow divine will? Were you guided as a child to listen to your inner wisdom and own inspiration? Or were you told instead that you had to follow someone else's rules and regulations? Be grateful that you're a twin flame because you now see things differently. One amazing things about twin flames is how we start to see how crazy and non-logical all those rules and regulations are after meeting our twin flame. We see how their society, background, culture, religion, etc. had so many rules around what was right and wrong, and how those rules, along with the ones we were taught as a child, don't resonate as truth with us. They're just man-made rules, not true spiritual truths that exist beyond all time and space. As twin flames, we are lucky. Our soul connection to our twin flame helps us to listen less to our ego and more to our own soul's calling. So coming back full circle to the topic of twin flames and free will, for all those twin flames questioning, will the twin flame runner return? Will my twin flame choose me? I'm going to really spell it out for you. The further you are along your twin flame journey, the smaller the dichotomy or separation between free will and divine will becomes. Over time, you will start to see that free will and divine will are paths to the same thing, the best life for you, the life your soul wants you to have, the life you planned before you came here, and before you detoured off as you were programmed by society. The more awake and aware you become on this twin flame journey, the more clearly you see your options about how to create and live your best life. You realize you could do it the hard ego way, or the easy soul way. Or you could take a long, steep, windy route, ego, or the simple shortcut, soul. You also see the bigger truth, that whichever choice you make, the destination, the place you're going to, is always the same. It is your choice if you go kicking or screaming, or whether you simply go with the flow and trust higher self to always have you in the right place at the right time. Now, regarding you and your twin flame, since you and your twin flame are the same soul, then what one of you wants at a soul level, the other will also want as a soul level. Your single soul influencing two bodies will always want and desire the same thing. If you're listening to your soul, you can't not. The caveat, of course, is that you and your twin flame both need to be listening to and following your soul in order to tune into this desire. So let me repeat. At a soul level, you both want the same thing. At a human level, both of you need to release the ego's desires and follow your own soul's guidance, and you will end up in exactly the same place, desiring exactly the same thing. So please drop any fears or worries about your twin flame not choosing you. In fact, they need to choose themselves first and line up with their soul's calling, not any previous life plans or commitments. Your twin flame is definitely on the way. Yay! So if you're struggling now with separation, hang in there. Two old sayings come to mind. God's delays are not God's denials. And not yet doesn't mean no. It just means not right now. Make sure that you are on the path and that your twin flame isn't waiting for you. In order to get to your final destination, you need to be on the right path or the right bus, so to speak. So check within your soul and make sure that you are. Are you waiting for your twin flame, or is your twin flame waiting for you? Keep following that guidance and heading down your soul's path towards your soul's desires, and your twin flame will meet you there. This is how twin flames and free will works, and this is what you need to know. Yes, the twin flame one will return. Just make sure you aren't running from your soul self. Much love until next time. If you haven't yet, check out my latest twin flame course, How to Create a Twin Flame Love Box and Why You Need One. It's all about how to increase your vibrations and get you back into connection with your twin flame by being at the right vibration. You'll have a wonderful time, lots of practical exercises and fun, all in there. Have fun. Catch you later. Bye for now.